What is up, Booger Beans? Welcome back to another episode of Adventures with Boog. On this episode, we are going to be finishing the door frame. So I just got a little bit of grinding to do just to clean it up and get it all prepped and basically ready to paint. And then on the back of the bus, we're going to do the same sort of thing. So we got to grind those holes and make them all smooth. And then I also got our fiberglass Bondo, and we're going to Bondo those up and smooth them all down so you can't see the old holes at all. That's the plan. Also going to hopefully finish installing the door. So I currently only have a couple screws in there, just kind of holding the door in the meantime. And yeah, so today I'm going to try and finish that up, and yeah, let's see what we get up to here. Okay, Beans, so we got the grinding done at the back of the bus, as well as the door is all done. It sucks because it's really hot outside today. Really muggy and humid. And to wear my jacket, I'm like absolutely dying of heat, and my arm is like destroyed, absolutely. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera there, but all of those red dots are little tiny burns from grinder dust. So that's pretty crappy, but I'm gonna take a little break from grinding just because I'm dying, and that's an over exaggeration, but just because I'm tired of it. And I'm gonna get the Bondo out and do some bondoing, and we can get the front two lights bondoed all up, and this rear light bondoed up, as well as the door bondoed up, and then that should be a good enough break from grinding to come back and finish the back door here. So that's the plan, and let's get to it. Alright, Booger Beans, so yeah, it's been a little bit of time since we were working on the bus here. I got 3 of the 4 like school bus light holes completely finished. I have just a little tiny bit of touch-ups just to make sure they're perfectly smooth and whatever else so you can't see them. I haven't started on the 4th hole yet, so it's been raining like quite often in the evenings when I would be working on the bus, so I haven't been able to do it. But this morning it's nice out, and I'm gonna go and spend some time and try and get that done. And then we might do a little bit of work on the diesel heater fuel tank underneath the bus, and then that'll probably be it for this episode. So let's get to work and let's try and get this cranked out. Okay, so now while we're waiting for that Bondo up behind me to dry, so we can sand it, takes about half hour, 45 minutes. When you're sanding or doing your Bondo, don't let it sit for like 2-3 hours, because the Bondo becomes really hard, and then it becomes very difficult to sand. So let it sit until when you sand it, it makes nice fine shavings, but not clumps. And depending on the temperature, the humidity, how much hardener you put in, all that kind of stuff depicts whether or not it's going to sand nicely or whatever. But it's usually about half hour, and you want to go and make sure that you wait that half hour, test it by actually putting your fingernail in the Bondo. So you take your fingernail and you just put it in the Bondo, just push it into the Bondo. If it leaves an impression, it's not done. If it doesn't leave an impression, you're ready to sand, and sand it now. Because if you miss that kind of flash point between a half hour and like an hour and a half, it gets so hard, it just becomes an absolute disaster, an absolute mess to sand. But we're waiting for that to dry. We're gonna go hop under the bus and do some work on the diesel tank real quick. Okay, guys, so we're underneath the bus, and right here is the diesel fuel tank for the heater. or the heaters, I guess. This is the fuel outline. I know it's a bit exposed. We are going to put a little shield around it. The fuel line then comes around here and over to the two fuel pumps that are mounted on the fuel rail right here. There's one thing, if you are going to be mounting anything to your or your frame rails, guys, be careful, because lots of frame rails say do not drill holes and do not weld on, because the frame rails are designed to have specific holes in specific spots, and if you put a hole in the wrong spot, it could possibly buckle. So be careful doing that. We've just used all original holes that were on the bus, so we haven't added any more holes, haven't welded to the frame rails. Hopefully we won't have any issues. So the diesel heaters come with this this thin, it's gonna pick up on my face, this thin kind of plastic fuel line, and that's fine if your heater's inside the bus and your tank's inside the bus and everything's smooth. But the problem with that is outside the bus, it's just gonna get wrecked for sure. So we went and got this EPDM braided rubber hose. This is probably, I want to say probably 5 times as thick rubber. So it's a lot more durable. It is a little bit better with fuels and that kind of stuff too. It doesn't break down as easily over time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of wiggle in our fuel lines and figure it out. They are a really nice tight fit on there. We do need hose clamps. Obviously, I don't have any. I thought I had some that were that size, but I don't. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this hose up on here, up around the frame rail, and then over to the heater lines. I don't really like this setup very much, to be honest with you. I just think it's kind of a little bit sketchy. We could come up through here and go through a frame rail hole up here, but I don't really like that either. So it's just what we've got. What I'll end up doing is taking and welding down an aluminum plate that will kind of shield this hose as best we can away from the diesel line. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut all this hose up and get it put in and get it ready to go here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright guys, so I got all that fuel line sorted. I'm about 2 feet of fuel line short. I just kind of guessed when we were at the store about how much I needed. But I'm a little bit short, and we'll have to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fuel line clamps to finish it up anyways. But that's where I am going to end this episode of Adventures with Boog. Don't forget to go down, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, help us out. We're on the way to 500. We just broke 350 subscribers, and that's pretty awesome. Our goal is 500 by the end of June, but that's only like a week away. So hopefully we get there. I don't know. Maybe we won't. But if we do, maybe we'll do a little giveaway for you guys. Also, don't forget to check out Shop AWB. We do have Black Edition stuff coming out, but we're just having lots of troubles with the logo. So we're trying to get that figured out. Once we get that figured out, we'll get over to you guys. And also, Lunch with Boog on Saturday morning, Facebook Live. Well, not Saturday morning, I guess. It's Saturday at noon, Mountain Standard Time, on Facebook Live. Adventures with Boog Facebook page. And we'll be on there for about 15-20 minutes they've been so far, and we just chat about the bus, chat what's going on the bus, any questions you guys have, anything new that's coming with the bus, anything new that's going on with me and Sid, and Booger, and all that kind of stuff. So as always guys, thanks for watching, and have a great night.